Once you have opened Movie Maker, you'll want to go add videos and photos, and then you're going to want to search to where you saved the game videos. We'll do the Santa Rosa first. This part is going to take a while. If you see in the bottom left hand corner, it says Movie Maker is preparing your files. These are large video files, so they will take a while, literally hour plus. Once this is done, we'll go to the next step. Next, when it's finished processing, click on the drop down, save project as. We'll call it My Movie 1. Go through the video and find clips that you like. Mark down the times. Once you have the times, click on Edit. You can then click on the Trim tool. You can then use these little sliders to go to the exact point in the video where you want to clip. So here you can see maybe I want to go to exactly 16 minutes. Easier said than done. Or close to it. Let's say this highlights only 30 seconds. I can then basically go to exactly where I want. I can push this, or click on this I should say. Click on that to put it to start. I can actually watch this particular clip that I've got here. And as you can see, the time is running here, so you can keep track of exactly how long it is. And then let's say I want to stop it. The ball goes out of bounds again. Let's say, let's go a little bit longer. So as soon as it gets thrown in again, I'm going to stop it. So I pause it. I can see 16:28 is where I want to stop that. It'll actually be an endpoint here, which actually goes by the hundredths of a second. So if I got a 20-second clip, I know I can go from 949.18, which is where I started, and go to 969 here to get 20 seconds. Once I get the clip I want, and I can actually click this to reduce it, and it'll actually show you exactly where. So this is where it's kind of cool. You can cut it exactly where you want it. Let's say I want to save that. I click Save Trim. It cuts out the entire rest of the movie. Once I've done that, I can then go to the beginning of the video, number 1, and then I can also go to, and let me remember where this is. Oh, caption. Let's say I want to highlight a player. This is where it gets a little tricky. I usually switch it to the font to Wingdings 3. And you can see it changes everything to some goofy stuff. I'm just going to clear all that out. I believe it's, okay, L is that. That's K, that's J, that's H. So choose the arrow that you want. And usually what I'll do is, let's say I'm just going to go with L. I will then take, I'm going to shrink this caption down. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to switch the font to 36. I'm also going to click on making it bold. And then lastly, I'm going to actually, which button is it here? Oh, I'm going to switch it to a color I want, which usually I go with red because it's easy to notice. Okay, once I've got that, let's say I want to highlight whoever this is. And then that way I can point out in the highlight who they need to watch when they're watching this. One trick you can do, which this gets to be a little bit more of a pain, and I've kind of dabbled in it. I can actually, I can actually go out of this And when I get to that particular point, I can take a screenshot, which usually what I've been doing is opening the video and finding that exact same spot in the video, pausing it, doing a screenshot, and then you can actually insert a picture here and list how long you want that picture to be there. I usually do it for 3 to 5 seconds, and I'll have that caption there so there's a pause long enough for whoever's watching it to recognize exactly the player they need to watch in this particular video. So once you do that, you can actually list how long. Right here shows you how long you want that particular red arrow to show up on the screen. So if I'm doing a 5-second picture, I'll actually reduce this down to 5 seconds, which you can either type it in, or you can also, of course I say that, I thought, I was wrong. You can actually just type it in, it'll actually tell you exactly how long it is. Once you have taken the screenshot, then open up Paint. Go to Paint, click Control V as in Victor. To create a screenshot, open up the video and play it to the exact point where you want your video to start. At that point, pause it and then take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot by hitting Control Alt and Print Screen. Print Screen is the button that's just to the right of the F12 button. This will then paste the screenshot into Paint, and at that point you can basically cut out the picture, copy it, File, New, don't save, right click, paste, and you've got your picture. At that point you can save the picture as whatever you want. We'll call it highlight. We'll call it highlight 1. Save it. And I spelled it wrong, of course. Once I have my screenshot, I can go back to my video clip, click Add Videos and Photos. I'm going to go to that particular folder. I'm going to click on highlight 1. And here you can see it sticks it at the end of the video. I can just click on it and drag it to the very beginning. Then I can take my caption. Let's say I want to watch this person that's throwing it in. And to test this, I can then click play, and it's going to leave it on there for approximately 7 seconds because that's where I've got it up top, but I can shorten that if I like, and then the video will start. Once I've got that done, I click File, Pub or Save Movie, and I usually just do for YouTube, or you can do high definition display, but I usually just do YouTube because the file's a little smaller, and I'm going to call it Sample 1, or let's call it Highlight 1. So once I've done that, it's going to take a good amount of time. It could take 5 minutes, could take an hour, depending on how long the highlight is. Once that's done, I can then load all my highlights in whatever particular order I want and then publish it as a YouTube video as a whole. And that's where I get my entire highlight video. Once I've got the video created, I can then upload it to YouTube. Hopefully this helps at least get you in the right direction. Once you have created all of your individual highlight videos, basically your short little videos, you want to put them all into one longer highlight. So to do that, open up a new session of Movie Maker, click Add Videos and Photos, and then you can literally add one by one the files that you want. So once I add that, I can add another one, and again, you want to do it in the order that you want them. You can add another caption for exactly what that particular game or tournament is if you want. And then also, once you get done adding all your videos, you can actually start it off at the beginning and play exactly how you want it. Make sure it's all in the order you want. Then when you've compiled everything, that's when you would actually go to save movie to YouTube format by clicking so fast, and you'd actually save it and it would create one long video.